Hi, I'm so glad you're here. I'm Health Coach Tara, creator of Tara's Keto Kitchen and Whole Keto. I help people just like you harness the superpowers of nutritional ketosis and create a life you love to live in. Today we're going to discuss the signs and signals your body will give you as you enter a state of ketosis. I want to take just a quick moment to address the elephant in the room. The keto diet is hard. If anyone told you otherwise, they've forgotten how hard it was to start keto. I want you to know that you can do hard things. And I want to challenge you to believe in your ability to figure anything out. So if you're struggling, get support. Subscribe to this channel and connect by joining my free keto support group. If you're someone who needs even more support than that, I'll tell you about an option at the end of this video. Quick disclaimer, please know that I am not a medical practitioner, and the information presented in this video is in no way intended to diagnose, treat, or cure any disease. If you just started a ketogenic diet, you're probably wondering how you can tell you're in ketosis. Well, there's a number of different ways to answer this question. So first, let's talk about the physical signs that signal you're in ketosis, the things your body's telling you. Then, I'll share some of the amazing benefits you'll harness once you've become fat adapted. You can do this. All right, the symptoms. The keto flu. This is really the main symptom of transitioning to keto. If you're not taking big steps to avoid it, this will likely happen to you, and here's why. Well, first, before I talk why, let's talk a little bit about what it is. You might feel tired, and that might be your only symptom. Or you might have a full-blown, array of symptoms. You might feel weak, dizzy, like you have the flu, just yucky in general. And the keto flu occurs for a few different reasons. So think back to a time in your life when you maybe omitted sugar from your diet, or maybe you gave up coffee and tea and got rid of all the caffeine out of your diet. Well, during that time, you probably felt some detoxification or withdrawal symptoms, right? Those symptoms can often feel like you're physically sick while your body adjusts to not having that thing you gave up. And I just mentioned withdrawal. And for most people, the body is going to put up quite a fight when you take away wheat and grain and sugar. So one portion of the keto flu is a sugar detox. Another portion of why we experience the keto flu is the withdrawal symptoms from modern wheat and grains. Dr. William Davis does a great job talking about the opioid response that modern wheat gives the brain. So you might feel shaky and weak and find yourself hyper-focused on the carbohydrates around you. My husband tells a story of his cheeseburger dream about 2 weeks into the keto diet for the first time. This is normal. Finally, the keto flu also happens as your body learns to produce and use ketones as energy instead of glucose. To learn more about what happens to your body, watch my video called What is Keto? I find when my clients really understand the process their body is undergoing, it helps them stick to the keto diet and get through the keto flu and some of the other symptoms you might experience. On the other side of the keto flu are some amazing benefits. When you're struggling with symptoms, tell yourself, I can do hard things, and I am worth the fight. Hang in there. You'll be glad you did. So before we get into these benefits, let's talk about a few more signs you're heading into ketosis. Weight loss. The first week or two of eating keto, most people notice rapid weight loss. This is due to stored fluid being shed as your glycogen stores are depleted. However, you should start to lose fat and continue to lose fat as long as you stick to your keto diet. Now in the beginning, it's really tempting to eat a large calorie deficit because this is really how we've been trained with calorie restrictive diets. Instead, I recommend you eat the same number of calories that your body needs for at least the first week, really 2 to 4 weeks. Once you're on the other side of the keto flu and feeling energetic and some of the other benefits that we're going to talk about later on, start to play with a 250 to 500 calorie deficit, but don't go beyond that. You're going to lose the weight. The important thing is to get through the first week or two. This is the hardest part. Then things become easier and you can start making adjustments to speed your weight loss and achieve the goals and the reasons that you started the keto diet in the first place. The next sign that you're going into ketosis is some digestive issues. Now you've made a big change to your diet. You've restricted all grains, all added sugars, beans, and legumes. It's logical to expect your digestive system to put up a bit of a fight. Constipation or diarrhea are common side effects in the beginning. These will go away after the transition period if they don't see your doctor. In the meantime, you can use a fiber supplement, but be very careful about what type of fiber you're using. And the better way to do this is to make sure that you're eating plenty of healthy, low-carb vegetables, such as broccoli, celery, or Brussels sprouts. I learned from my naturopathic friend that the best fiber supplements contain some digestive herbs to make it work better. I will link to a few of the products you can try in the description below. Avoid fibers such as inulin and others that might spike your blood sugar. The next sign that you may be going into ketosis is sleep disturbances. Many people, including me, report insomnia as a symptom when they transition to ketosis. This generally improves after a few weeks and is replaced by better quality sleep than before starting a ketogenic diet. We all know how important sleep is to our health, and it's absolutely critical when we're trying to lose the weight. So there are some supplements you can try to improve your sleep quality. I'll link a few options that I use in the description below so you can give them a try. There's also a variety of delicious and not so delicious teas on the market that are great to sip on in the evening to help prime you for sleep. Chamomile is one great example. You know, there's been a lot of chatter about the blue light from our TVs and devices making it harder for us to fall asleep and to get quality sleep. So there's a few simple things that you can do to help yourself out. Make sure you've turned on nighttime mode on your phone. This blocks the blue light coming from your phone or devices, and almost every phone has this option now. If you're not sure how to do this, just do a quick Google search. If you prefer, you can invest in blue light blocking glasses and use these each night 2 to 3 hours from bedtime. Now these are kind of a yellow-orange glasses that wrap around, and you can get these blue light blocking glasses that'll fit over physical glasses or on their own, depending on what kind of eyewear you wear, if any. Finally, in the evenings, keep your home dimly lit to trigger your body's natural rhythms. All right, the next sign you're going into ketosis. Keto breath. Many people suffer from the smell of acetone in their breath once they're in a state of ketosis, and this is a good thing. Once acetone starts coming out in your breath, you know you're in ketosis because acetone is a byproduct of your body making ketones. Some will say that their breath takes on a fruity or maple syrup type smell. So acetone, the byproduct of the production of ketones in your body, is actually what keto breath testers measure, and it's an accurate way to measure for ketosis. You also may notice that your urine and your sweat smells especially bad. I notice all three of these. For keto breath, I combat it by adding Young Living Vitality essential oils to my water. My favorite right now is spearmint. It keeps my breath fresh and makes my water taste amazing. For the stinky sweat, I also use Young Living oils. I like to use peppermint oil prior to my workout because this does more than just cover up smelliness. It also helps me feel energized and give 110% in my workout. Studies have shown an increase of about 10% in your effort during your workout just by smelling peppermint essential oil right before a workout. I would love to hear what you do to combat the bad breath. Share your tips in the comments below. You know, I've heard a lot of people tell me sugar-free gum is a great solution for bad breath, but just the act of chewing the gum can trigger some digestion processes, so that can be a not so great solution. Another sign you're going into ketosis is a change in performance when you do work out. During the transition phase, you'll notice this decrease in performance. You won't be able to work out as long or as hard. So this is a really great time as you transition from a standard diet to one that's completely omitting, wheat, grain, everything else, as you're going into ketosis, to focus on your flexibility, myofascial release. Try something like Pilates, something you haven't done before. Once you've transitioned into ketosis, you'll regain your performance. Even better, there's a study out there that showed athletes who had switched over to a ketogenic diet, and they burned as much as 230% more fat when they exercised. A link to this study is in the description so you can read about it for yourself. What's interesting is that more and more endurance athletes are using keto to tap into their fat stores to be able to increase performance. In reality, this adaptation takes about 12 weeks according to the studies I've found. This will, of course, vary from person to person. If you work out hard, lift weights, just love physical activity, I would love to hear about your experiences with this. There's a limited amount of studies out there. I have personally noticed that now that I've been doing keto for a few years, it takes me about 3 weeks to get to the place where my physical performance is better. I have more endurance and I'm able to go harder during my workouts. For my husband, this adaptation takes about 2 weeks. So please comment and share your personal experience. So far, we've talked about some uncomfortable signs that you're entering a state of ketosis. I want to encourage you to keep going by talking about the benefits you can expect on the other side of these symptoms. Reduced hunger. The ketogenic diet tends to significantly reduce hunger. If you're feeling full for longer periods of time and forgetting to eat, this could be a sign you're in ketosis. Once this starts happening, I encourage you to start playing around with timed eating or intermittent fasting. To begin, you choose a time at night to stop eating. Let's say 6 o'clock. Then you refrain from eating all calories until 12 hours later, 6 a.m. Easy, right? Once you've mastered 12 hours, extend this to 14 hours and then 16 hours. This is a great tip for when you hit a plateau. The reduced hunger the keto diet inspires makes intermittent fasting easier than you can imagine. The next benefit, increased energy and focus. On the other side is an increase in energy and focus. Ketones are a great source of fuel for the brain. In fact, ketones are neuroprotective and are even used in Alzheimer's patients. I like to say that ketones are my mental clarity superpower. Energy tends to increase the longer you're on a ketogenic diet. So if you don't experience this right away, be patient. It will come once your body is fat adapted, which is the term we use to say our body has fully adapted to burning fat as fuel. Remember our earlier discussion around carbohydrate withdrawal and detoxification? Well, that can continue to happen for weeks and even months on a lesser level. So make sure you're drinking enough water and supplementing correctly. I really hope this video has been helpful. I would love to learn a little more about you. Have you started eating keto? Or are you just considering going keto? Or have you been doing this a long time? Share your journey with me in the comments below. If you liked this video, I want to take a moment to personally invite you to join my membership program. It's an opportunity for you to get coaching in a large group format directly from me. You'll be able to ask your questions and get access to my members-only content. To learn more, click on the screen or get the link in the description below. If membership isn't for you, I invite you to connect with my amazing keto community by joining the free keto support group on Facebook. It's an upbeat group of people where our mission is to support each other in a ketogenic lifestyle. You'll find tons of free resources organized in an easy-to-use format. You'll find the link to join in the description below. I can't wait to see what amazing stories you have to share about your success on the keto diet. I encourage you to stick with it for at least 4 weeks. Connect with others in my groups or get more support with my membership option. Comment, share this video, and if you have a topic suggestion, I'd love to hear that. I'm always looking to add to my idea list. So if you haven't already, click the red button to subscribe to my channel. Thanks so much for tuning in.